Hey, hey, what's going on? This is just a surprise little live thing that we're doing right now up on our YouTube channel. It's Tom, it's Andy. It's talking about Record Store Day, and yeah, we're gonna have some fun with this. See if a few people show up, and we'll try to have some fun.
Yeah, a little record store day review. I'm going to talk a little all things must pass and the gnomes that are out there. Let me throw this up here.
Yeah.
There we go.
A link.
Link is up. Still getting used to the StreamYard stuff because we're Zoomers. So this is
All right. We'll call that the C link.
all right. Yeah. Yes. So we just recorded our show for Saturday.
Yep.
Show number 131. 132.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
132. Man, crazy.
Remember back when it was like show like 72, 73, 74? Remember that?
Oh yeah. The early days.
Yeah. I'm just checking all these different boxes here. Private chat banner. Oh, this is the banners thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Create a banner. Ooh. Let's see. Scroll across the bottom. Oh, that's yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Not like Ethan, who does like this is an emergency broadcast test of the
right
system, which is what he does. I like StreamYard though. It's something we might consider in the future. Let's see. Comments. Hudson,
what's going on?
I knew our buddy would be there. hey, that's a song, a bad
one. Right.
Yeah, Hudson was saying that he's actually never been to a record store day yet.
Really? Hey, James, what's going on, my friend? Glad you could join us.
Hello, Mr. Boyce.
Good to see you.
You've been going to record store days, what, since the inception?
No. 2015 was my first record store day. I remember it was with the Family Way release.
Right, on that Vera Band label or whatever it was.
Right. And it was I actually left work for a couple minutes to go to the record store.
Same place that you go to now, or
yeah, no, different. Same Zia, yes, but a different one.
Oh,
and they had 2 copies left. I didn't realize that you could only get 1 copy at a time.
Right.
So I grabbed both of them right to the checkout, and they just like, no, you can only get 1 at a time. You can only.
What were you getting 2 for anyway? Are you getting for somebody else?
One for David.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 1 for David. So, and then so I bought the 1, and the guy behind me says, "Oh, I'll buy it for you." So, ran to get some more money to cash for him, and then the manager got involved, and it was all this hoopla, and I was like, "No, you can only get 1."
I'm only buying 1. He's buying 1.
Exactly.
So did you get it or not?
No.
Oh man! But see, you got to do that stuff on the DL. Like you can't,
Didn't know. Hey, that was my first one. Didn't know.
Although you've bought stuff from you've bought 2 of things now, right? Haven't you?
Well, because having my wife there.
Yeah, because you bought what was it, Home Tonight in a Hurry for me, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, All Things Must Pass. No. My Sweet Lord.
My Sweet Lord, you got your wife.
5.
Right.
Yeah.
James has only been to 1 record store day. That one was lived above a record store. They were making a racket at 6 a.m. I was pissed. Well, it is a big day for them. Those brick and mortar stores. I just don't know if there's what normally just 2 a year now.
What's that? 2 a year. Well, I mean, it was 2 a year, but since COVID, it's
because there was a summer one and then a Black Friday. Black Friday record store day.
No, April. It was April, and then Black Friday.
Hello, Dell. Thank you for tuning in.
Greetings from the U.S.
Right. Yeah. April was was always, and then now it's COVID screwed it all up to being June now.
Yes. Yeah. So COVID screwed that up. So there you had what August, September, October, and then you had last year was 4 months in a row. It was 4 months in a row: August, September, October, and then the Black Friday in November last year.
Because it
Yeah.
didn't because it didn't happen
Right.
as normal.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we have our
Didn't happen as normal.
first guest has entered into the studio. Let's add him up
Oh
here.
boy, let's all right. Behave there.
Behave and watch that feedback, will you there?
Yeah. And no swearing, okay?
How about your favorite bankrupt people?
Oh, you don't know us. Yeah, you
please.
don't know us.
Or should I say Richard Dolan?
Yeah. Keep betting 1,000 there, Huds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need to go.
Well, Hudson, when you're into years into your career, you can spend your money any way you want.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah. Hudson's been outing Tom in his Uber All Things Must Pass. Well, he's not the only leg that's getting the Uber one either.
Yeah. Apparently, Hudson thinks I'm broke. So.
Hey, listen, when you're Tom's age and you're Hudson's age, it must look like it's a a totally different thing. But hey,
Right.
I remember Hudson. How old are you?
14.
Right. So when we were 14, Tom, if we knew somebody that was getting all this stuff, we would be thinking, we'd be thinking the same thing. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm not even old enough to work.
Right.
Yeah. The only way you're getting money is from birthdays and allowances and Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have my ways.
You have your ways. Yeah. Well, hopefully, your mom and dad will agree to get you the Uber set for Christmas there, huh?
Get it. We can do a show on gnomes when we both get it. There's Joe. Tom is the George Harrison man. Hey.
So is Andy.
Yeah, apparently. I've never gone anything Uber. I didn't get the vaunted suitcase that Tom got a couple of years ago, but I am taking the plunge on the Uber.
You did go Uber. You did get the wings, the 71 to 73.
Oh,
set.
Right.
Yeah, so that was kind of Uber in a way.
Because that was about the same price as the
but the suitcase for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am going to get it there, Joe. I told Tom we'd joke and do a special one-off Harrison two legs unboxing when we both get our crates and our gnomes.
Right. I'm not going to sit on mine though. Like
no.
Danny did the picture.
Yeah,
I think I weigh a little bit more than Danny does.
Yeah, people like you and I would break those things. Those have to be, pardon the pun, handled with care.
Mm.
I'd have to.
There you go.
I'd pay $1,000 to see that.
Very good, very good. Well, so as we mentioned earlier, yesterday was Record Store Day, so Andy and I were just gonna show a few things that we got. For that, I'll also show a couple things that I got recently. And maybe we'll talk about this All Things Must Pass for a couple minutes too. We'll probably stay live for about an hour and then 45 minutes, and we'll continue on with our day. I'll be making my second appearance on Fab Gab later today with the mean one, Joe Mayo and Matthew Street, and we are ranking the tracks on Abbey Road.
What time is that, Tom?
It's going to be 4 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock Eastern time.
Oh, a nighttime
Fab Gab. Yeah, so be on the lookout. So head over to be on the lookout for me, Mr. Mayo's YouTube channel, Fab Gab tonight at 7. We're ranking the Abbey Road, and I can already tell you, I'm looking at my list, and I already know I'm making changes to it.
How does one rank the medley then? That's tough.
Oh, you break it up. Sun King, me, Mr. Mayo, me, Mr. Mayo, me, Mr. Mustard, Polythene Pam. She came into the bathroom. You break those up. You're breaking them up because they are all individually tracked.
Right, they're not banded together. Right,
exactly. They're not the Red Rose Speedway medley. So.
True.
Yeah,
that'll Sunday night can't miss television, as they used to say.
Yeah, exactly. Must see TV.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
So you show first. What'd you get there
Oh
first?
yeah. Hold on one second here. Oh yeah. Okay. So one of the must-haves, obviously, was the
There it
Elton
is.
John. I really like this cover. And where am I at? There you go. You see, you get a little Bernie Taupin illustration right there. But everything else here is all Elton John. You know, you get these little Elton Johns in the hair, you know, all around.
And what's the official title of that record again, Tom?
It's the Regimental Sergeant Zippo.
Zippo, right.
Yeah.
So you bought that for you or for Ethan?
For me.
For you, okay.
Yeah. And I believe some of these tracks were on the box set that you got.
Yes.
You know, what was it called?
Diamond.
Yeah, the album. There's
I'm sorry. Not Diamond.
Not
Jewel.
Diamond. Jewel. There you go. Buddy Record Crate right there. I got a few things from him in the mail yesterday that I'll show. But Record Crate, he owns the store. He owns a couple stores, I think, in one in Raleigh, one in Salem. Is it Salem? Or I don't know. Anyways, he owns a couple. Wake Forest as well, and got a couple things from him. So Record Crate, good to see you, Adam. As always, love you, babe. But you know, it would have been cool if this was like a kind of like a psychedelic, or you know, kind of like swirl, splatter, or something like that. But you know, we
got another guest in the lobby. Let's get ready to add here.
Right.
Okay. Speaking of Mr. Psychedelic Rock himself. Here he is.
Did someone say Regimental Sergeant Zippo?
There he is. I knew he'd get it. I knew he'd get it.
You know I had it because I sent you the download.
Yeah.
This is for the official.
Yeah.
The official. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, my buddy Adam, he's got the Riley, the Wake Forest, and the Selma stores.
I did your favorite thing, and I kept it in the shrink.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Great
I learned that from you and Joe. I started doing that with everything now. Just keep it in the shrink.
Just
and all that those hype stickers as well too.
Right.
We love our stickers.
Another, you know, there's a harder rock kind of heavy metal band that I like. They're called The Sword. This is the 15th anniversary of this album, Age of Winters, and really cool, you know, embroiled type record that they did for this release. And this is a really cool purplish looking record, and I'll show here. And you know, the light's really not going to do it any justice, unfortunately.
Colored vinyl is so much better than the picture.
Yeah, it's kind of like the smoky, kind of like in a way, because you see there's a little line, kind of like smoky lines, you know, throughout the vinyl. But they did a really good job with this one.
Yeah, I agree with you. Record Crate does have a '60s feel to that Sergeant Zippo for sure.
Right.
More importantly, how's the music on it? Do you like it?
I haven't listened to it yet.
I like it better than I like Empty Sky.
The second or the official first.
The first.
The official. Not first here though.
First, yeah, I know, but first overall.
Yeah.
Didn't come out over here till '75. What else you got?
Right. Yeah.
I was just really impressed on the. Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Prince release. This is a companion to his late '90s triple album, Crystal Ball. So what this is just kind of like a stripped down version of some of the songs that were on that release. So looking forward to that. The '90s band that I like a lot called the Lemonheads. This is their reissue of their first release, and you know, with the name of like the Lemonheads, obviously you got to have a yellowish
vinyl. Come on,
yeah, exactly. So, you know,
very nice
there. You know, and then there's some punk kid out there that wanted me to pick him up something, so I got this right here, the creation, and you know, he'll be getting this when he arrives in Arizona at some point in time in the future. So,
very cool.
This punk ass kid sounds like a real bastard.
He's a pain in the ass, is what he is. Give me this, give me that.
But you go and get it anyway.
I wouldn't have asked if you hadn't offered.
Well, there you go. I mean, who else is going to wait online at 1:45 in the morning to queue up for records? Not you or I. Tom will, though.
Exactly. Oh, my wife and I are there every
God
time.
I
bless you.
virtually queue up because my local store wasn't doing it in person.
Right.
But I was able to get both of the things I wanted that my store had.
Oh, great.
But
Perfect.
now you have to just ship them to you, and that's it.
Oh no, I have both of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was the other one?
This is pretty much the opposite of Psych. I got the side project from one of the Devo co-founders, Jerry
Right.
Casale, album Jihad Jerry and the Evildoers.
Ah.
And it's on marvelous looking vinyl. Let me show you that.
colored vinyl is in, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Red, white, and black splatter on some sort of clearish
Right.
pink thing.
Cool.
I'm glad they made these better because colored vinyl and picture discs have not been good. But lately, last 5 years or so, colored vinyl has been better. Years ago, it was not great.
Yeah.
Picture discs still don't play as well. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah. So my friend Adam Record Crate here, he's got his own YouTube channel. So check out Record Crate. He every night he does a flash sale where he'll show stuff that he has, and he just does like a 20-minute quick sale. And so he's been doing a lot of his business online now, obviously because we know COVID happened last year. So that's how I ended up meeting Adam right before COVID started, and then he started doing all of these sales online, and I spent a lot of money, but because he was just showing a lot of crazy things. But now he'll do a flip through, he'll do a quick video and show stuff that he's got. So I'm a huge Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes fan. I mean, the Philadelphia sound, from the 70s, I just love. So I picked up 3 albums that he was selling. And like I said, got these yesterday, so really happy.
The love I lost.
Yeah, exactly. There you go, my friend. Yeah, that's it right here. This has the love I lost on it right here.
Awesome.
So just Teddy Pendergrass. I mean, he just brilliant singer. I did not, but segue to my co-host Andy here.
Yeah, so I went to my first record store day in about 5 years this year. I don't go every year. I don't like lines. I don't like small talk with people in the lines, talking about what they want to get and why are you here and what do you like, and leave me alone. I want to talk to you. I would initiate a conversation. I don't. So just don't talk to me, please. God. So having said that, I did get 2 records, and one of them is the 40th anniversary of Face Dances by The Who from 1981, which was the first one without Keith Moon, and it's kind of bad rap because it's not Keith Moon on it, it's Kenny Jones, but it's a nice record. It's got a lot of good hits on it. You Better You Bet, Another Tricky Day, but this one, 2 colored vinyl, very nice. The first one, yellow, for Face Dances. And you get a couple bonus tracks and live tracks that have never been released before on side 4, which is kind of why I got it. But and then the second record is Blue here.
Oh, nice.
So they did it. I listened to it last night and this morning, and they did a nice job of this. Came with a bunch of artwork as well and lithographs inside. And the original artist for this album cover, Beatle Connection, for everybody home at school, was Peter Blake. And we know Peter Blake how. Peter Blake, anybody? Going once, going
Sergeant
twice.
Pepper.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the Who one's pretty good. And then the only other one I got was, and I haven't opened this one yet, is the ELP picture disc of Tarkus.
See, you don't have to open it because you got the cutout right there. So it's just a continuation of the album cover, really.
Yeah. So it doesn't really. It's the whole continuation. So Tarkus, 1971. Again, picture discs are always a bit. They never play. They sound a bit rough when you play them.
Right.
So I'm very curious to see how this one plays.
So Andy, tell me about because I'm kind of I don't really know much about the Who after Keith Moon. So Kenny Jones, I mean, what band was he from before?
Faces.
Okay. So did he tour? Did they tour then? And did Kenny Jones tour with them?
Yeah, Kenny Jones was the drummer. It's starting in '79 when everybody was
Right.
killed there in Cincinnati at the Stampede. I don't know if
Okay.
you heard about that. There was a concert where 11 fans died in.
Right. I remember that. I
and
just
Kenny
didn't know.
Jones.
I didn't realize he was the drummer for that.
Yeah, he was the drummer for during that tour. Hudson, I had to mute you there, buddy. A little feedback. Let me know when you're back. Yeah, so he was the drummer up until about 82. They had their first farewell tour.
Right.
Okay, when the album "It's Hard" came out, and then they were retired, and then they didn't really do anything for a while. And then in '89, they reunited again for a 20th anniversary of Tommy, but Kenny Jones was not invited back to be the drummer for that tour, and it was before Ringo's son. It was before him. I think it might have been Simon Phillips was the drummer for that tour. So, and then they got Zach. Zach became the drummer for the Who starting in '96 with Quadrophenia. But the Kenny Jones, Daltrey never really liked. Daltrey doesn't like really Kenny Jones.
Really?
He's on record. He's not, because he just thought his sound was too bland for the Who's music.
Okay.
I mean, and how could you replace Moon? You know, you just
can't. Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
You just can't. Somebody asked, did Face Dances come with a poster? It did. It came with the poster and the lithographs as well. So yeah, there's
okay.
So it did come with all that stuff.
So it's a true replication of the original, because the original came with a poster as well, I would guess.
Came with a poster. Yeah, just the original was just a one disc, was a single album, not a double.
Right.
So and then the poster, and then you got these lithographs in this edition of it as well. So it was a nice package.
Okay.
Half speed remastered at Abbey Road, like everything else these days seems to be done anyway. Right. You see the little Abbey Road logo on there.
Yeah,
so.
Right.
Yeah, Peter Blake also did the 2019 album too. Yeah, I think he did, Matt, as well. So yeah, my record store was pretty much well picked through. There wasn't a whole lot of stuff left, although I wasn't going for a lot of crazy things really. I wanted Face Dances, and I actually forgot that ELP had Tarkus, which they did, so I grabbed it. Ethan, you haven't dabbled into ELP really yet, have you?
I haven't dabbled too much into ELP.
No.
He's still stuck in the 60s.
Yeah. Well, and the prog albums that your co-host recommended.
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
Zach Starkey was a better fit for the Who than Kenny. Absolutely. Agree.
Hello, Day Tripper.
Hello, Day Tripper. Yeah, so this one's, I mean, this is always a crazy artwork. This like kind of armadillo tank thing. Very weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Hudson, you don't have a record store. You don't have record stores by you, right?
Well, so funny thing is I was actually near a record store for Record Store Day, but there was nothing I needed. There was no Beatles, so there was no shopping. But I mean, I did recently pick up the McCartney Half-Speed Master. Finally.
Okay, cool.
That was still no. They still had it in stock, huh?
Yeah, they have like 5 of them there.
Yeah. A few of my stores will still have a couple of them as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Very good. So
will we get that Wildlife Half-Speed remastered?
Let's hope, because that's one of my favorite Wings albums.
Right. I will almost guarantee you that we'll get. He's going to continue this Half-Speed Master venture.
Oh, now they're running out of archive releases to put out. They have to start treading on previously treaded water.
Right.
Yes, Day Tripper. I just showed it. I got the Face Dances.
Now, is it remastered? Is that what it say? Remastered or remixed or?
Let's see.
I know it's half-speed. I don't know if half-speed mastering is the same as remastered.
It doesn't say it's remastered. It just says it's a half-speed. It's a half-speed master. So I don't think it was remastered. No.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't.
All right. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Well, should we talk about the elephant in the room?
Might as well.
Get
it over with.
I forget what one that is. Is that you, Tom?
Yes, thank you.
Low blow.
Wow. It's all right. It's all right. He's just a child. He doesn't know what he speaks of yet. So I'll let him have his little fun. I don't need all Paul's albums again after that.
He doesn't need all of them after the archives. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, at that point, I'm going to be honest with you. I've played the half-speed remasterings of McCartney and Ram. I played them better. I played them. These albums have been reissued how many times? Listen. I don't have a $50,000 stereo system. I also don't. Exactly. I don't have a cheapy Charlie though either. And it's a halfway decent system. And I really can't tell the difference. I mean, maybe they sound a little bit quieter. Now the albums that are longer, that get like Flaming Pie, that sounds fantastic, because the original LP, which Ethan doesn't know because hopefully it's still sealed. It just sounds different. It sounds different. So albums that were stretched, say more than 50 minutes or 60 minutes, those that get a double LP half-speed remaster, those you can definitely tell sonically they sound much better.
Flaming Pie, I think, to that point, they
definitely do. But McCartney and I mean, I listened. McCartney did sound clean. Ram, I didn't notice a big difference.
I didn't notice a big difference with Ram either. No,
because you got the 2018 Capitol reissues on vinyl. Okay, you've got the original Hear Music, releases, which I guess are probably out of print now. The double LP when the archives came out.
Like everything else.
Well, no, I mean the reissue with Capitol, I'm sure is probably still in print. Ram.
The Ram is, but not. But yeah, that was only a couple of years ago.
Right, but the Hear Music Concord, whatever label you want to call it, that is out of print for sure.
And you have Ram for that, Tom, or no?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Did you buy that new, or you saw it? You got it a couple of years later.
Yeah, I mean it was a couple of years later, but it was still available to buy.
It's still available. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes. I mean, to me, 2012 doesn't seem like too long ago. I mean, it was almost 10 years ago. I know, but we're also older than you, so.
Yeah, we can afford things you can't. So, haha.
Yeah. It's a good record. So
and Hudson, I'm also glad you came to your senses at the beginning of the your episode with the Queen, Kid O'Toole. I was very proud of your comment where you said you're going to give it to Tom and the best solo Beatles show. Yeah. Anyways, half-speed mastering and remastering are different. Thank you, Adam. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
all things must pass. So, you knew that there was going to be some big thing with this, and it was, especially in price, but you also got a whole bunch of other different versions, which is great as well, which we've been getting,
So what is there? There's 7 or 8 different variants, right? There's a 3 LP, there's a 3 LP set, a 5 LP set, an 8 LP set, right?
Right. 2 CDs, 3 CDs, 5 CDs, 8 CDs. I mean, it's so the variations are endless. So you don't need to, voice your.
There is a product out there for everybody whatever they want. If you only want to stream it. I mean, now Hudson and Ethan, is there any variant of this album that you will buy?
Yes.
All Things Must Pass?
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna end up getting the 8 LP one.
Which I gotta think is that's pretty much good bang for your buck. I mean, let's look at recent vinyl pricing. Okay, that's $200. Now Amazon has it for $200.
Right.
When you look at the price,
that price will come down too, I'm sure.
Right now, the Plastic Ono Band recent remix album, the 2 LP, that was $70 for 2 records.
Mm-hmm.
$200 for 8 LPs when you weigh those two. That's a no-brainer.
Right.
And I still don't know why that initial Plastic Ono Band was $70.
So high.
Records.
Right.
If I'm feeling particularly risky, I also may get the splatter vinyl variant.
Yeah,
I love All Things Must Pass.
I need to look at that. Now, do they actually show what the vinyl is going to look like, or they just say splatter?
They show the top of the record.
Where was that?
On the Harrison website. I'm pulling
the Harrison website? Okay, thanks.
And a lot of people obviously there's You Discover and the Harrison website, which the only thing that was exclusive. What was exclusive? Oh, that's nice.
All right, thank you. Okay.
Joe says, "Does Amazon have the Uber cheaper?"
I don't think it's
Amazon.
Amazon.
Amazon's not carrying the Uber.
Right.
To our knowledge, Harrison's website, UDiscover, and then there's a few.
Couple. Yeah. I bought it off of another website, and I'll tell you what the name of that in a minute.
I went with UDiscover for mine.
Everyone's favorite website, Music Vaults, also has it.
How about no? There's
the Sound of Vinyl is the name of the.
We want to wait till
the site.
The 100th anniversary to get that. I mean, seriously.
Well,
damn, James. George's ass should be in the Uber box.
There you go.
That was rough.
Yeah, I know. I like all the comments about living in the material world and all that stuff. With this Uber, set. Would we have gotten this if George was still alive? Because we know how much he hated scraping the bottom of the barrel. And also we know that he worked him and Paul Hicks, they worked on, I think, over 100 tracks. So here we are only getting like 74 or something like that.
Right.
And they're talked about future releases with these other 30, 40 that they didn't release for this.
What I do like what the Harrison camp did with this release that the Lennon camp has not done, sorry, Joe Mayo, is that the tracks are universal across the formats. So everything you don't have to if you want to get the vinyl and get all the tracks, you know what I'm saying? They're not exclusive to the box set. Right. If you know what I'm saying? If you want a vinyl edition of all the content, you have it. Mm-hmm. Whereas with the Lennon one, if you wanted for the vinyl, they were only going to give you a handful of tracks on the vinyl edition of it. If you want all the 70 tracks in a vinyl format, you can get that with this.
Right.
And John's camp hasn't done that. As of yet, minor.
I don't know.
The Beatles themselves haven't done it.
No.
I was really disappointed when they started doing the super deluxes with Pepper. And they didn't have a version that was just the records.
Just the record. Really? They just kept all that stuff exclusive to digital and the CD content. Which
interesting.
This is a first where all the content for the release is the same.
Right. Because correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, with the White Album, they only put the White Album, the Esher on vinyl. Esher demos on vinyl, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So that was the remix, and the Esher demos as the two other LPs in that 4 LP box set. So,
Joe did makes a point that George charged a ton for his book, the original Mine
yes.
too. Well, I'm sure that was also part of the company too that was putting it out. It's
all those Genesis
factors. All that factors in the price. So.
If there's one word you could use to describe Genesis publications, it would not be bargain.
Fact.
Yeah.
I went with UDiscover for my Uber box because they have a payment plan to do it. Which is Tom did that for Egypt Station, and
I did that for the suitcase. Yeah,
it's the only way I was going to consider it, and I
went back. How much was the suitcase altogether?
400, just over 400.
Tom, how does it feel knowing that from now on, people won't be picking on you about the suitcase?
Oh no! Now I'll just get picked on.
Now it'll be. You'll
be picked on for the plastic gnome.
Right. Yes, and I'm fine with that because you know what? I'm invested in these 4 people, solo and as a group. And if I feel like this is something that I want to purchase, I'm going to purchase it. And I could give 2 shits. I could give 2 shits what Hudson thinks about it. I could give 2 shits what Ethan thinks about it, and I could give 2 shits what everybody out there thinks about it.
Hey, if I could buy that thing, I would.
There you go.
I want the gnomes.
Yeah. We can get a replica made, Ethan, and I'll mail it to you.
Get one, make a resin cast.
Right. Yes.
Remember, you are going to Arizona in August, Ethan. You can always take a souvenir with you.
That's right.
Oh no, he won't have a suitcase big enough.
Tom, do you have this version?
There's one behind you, Tom.
Do you have this version
in CD form, not on vinyl form?
Right.
How much is that going for on eBay or something now?
Now I wouldn't even be able to tell you. I don't know. Probably $100.
Right.
Yeah, because I regret not getting it because I did see one.
Right.
Not long ago in a record store.
Right. So, and you know what? And I agree with Joe that the artist does have. They probably have some kind of say of what the price is going to be, because they also have some kind of say in what the tickets of their shows are going to be too, because they all have an exact amount that they get per show that they gotta give to all the rest of their band members, or and stuff like the production.
Yeah, everybody's got
well.
to get paid. You got to pay the food people,
But I mean, if the quality is shit when you get these packages, then I will be pissed off about it. Especially if I am going to pay a lot of money for something. But this does look like they're really. I mean, the books, like, they're real high quality books. The crate looks like it's really well made. I mean, if somebody's sitting on it, then it's got to be made very well. And obviously we know it's going to sound good, because the 2014 Abbey Road sound. I mean, All Things Must Pass sounds good, and then plus these are reconstruct. I don't know how you want to call it. I mean, they're not really remastered. They're not really despecterized. They're just a different remix.
It's a hybrid. It's kind of what I think it's all started back when Giles. They're just kind of following what Giles did with kind of this kind of hybrid stereo mono, make it like sound different, but it's not really changing it too much. I mean, I don't know. Marcus here, the Harrison Estate, McCartney people need to start including evolution mixes.
I agree 100%. I think McCartney Camp has definitely missed the boat on something like this, because there's certain McCartney songs that would be great if they just did isolated vocals. I think Wanderlust would have been one of those examples of just great isolated vocals. The isolated vocals on Silly Love Songs during during the whole when Denny, Linda, and Paul are singing all together at the same time, that would have been really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's definitely lots. I mean, that's a good point from that box set for sure. But it's I don't really know. I mean, what else really in George's catalog could even get this treatment? So they're going to go all out for All Things Must Pass. So I'm,
like we got some brainwash stuff.
Possibly. I mean, a lot of those songs started. Yeah, I mean, a lot of those songs started, earlier. I mean, a lot of those. I mean, there wasn't a lot of songs written at that point in time of George's life, so a lot of those songs were, may have already had a demo, and they just built on that demo.
Came from this era, All Things era. Yeah.
One thing I don't like about that 2030th anniversary is they had the bonus tracks sandwiched in between the sequencing of the original.
Right. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
That I didn't like.
Right. They should have put that elsewhere. But definitely the evolution thing for those Lennon sets have been killer, right on the money. So good job.
What's nice about that is that those sets have been made. They're universal. So like, whether it's disc 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, the format, it's the same track listing. You're just getting a different, version. That's cohesive. It's really just planned out well. And I am happy to say I'm halfway through the Plastic Ono Band box. I finally have time to really to get into it. Only just this past week. So it was worth every penny, and I'm really glad I got a chance to get around to listening to it.
Right. Yeah. So me personally, I don't care what any of them charge for any of their stuff. I personally don't. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
you have the option to buy it or not buy it. End of story.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to have their opinions on that, and that's fine. So the summer code thing. So the website that I ordered mine on, they had a promotion going on to where you type in summer 25. Yeah, and you were able to get 25% off on the crate. So that's the option I chose. So I put the code in, but then after taxes and shipping or whatever, the price does go up, because you get the 25% off on the price, not taxes and shipping.
Shipping,
okay. Right. So obviously the price does go up then, but I was fine with with my decision. I know Andy now with the Affirm thing. Now, not every website will have this option, but some will have this thing called Affirm, which is then when you go in the checkout, you click on see if you get approved for this, because it is in a way kind of like a credit card type of thing where you're making payments on it. And I remember I did 4 payments on the suitcase. I paid like $90 something a month for that, and then next thing you knew, you're done, because I made more payments than what I needed to. I think I got done. I could have just made 4 payments, but I think I made like maybe 6 or 7 smaller in between the two. So I just got done quicker because I just didn't want. I hate owing money. You know what I mean? So,
right. No. And, yeah. I initially did not go for the Uber. I went for the 8 LP and the 5 disc deluxe.
Right.
When I'm talking to Tom, I've never really kind of dove in for anything big major before, other than the Wings Live box set, and I just said, you know what, the hell with it. I mean, it's YOLO. Right. And you can't take it with you, and it's something I enjoy, and I know I'll enjoy it. And everybody works hard for what they do, and Tom works hard, and I work hard, and this is what we like to do with our free time. So this is, right. I say the hell with it. I texted him. I said, I changed my mind. I went all in for it.
Yeah.
So
I
yes,
woke up to that message too.
Right.
What's that, Hudson? Oh yeah.
So there are some interesting bits that I am really looking forward to on here, like you. I don't want to do it. Yeah, the Sour Milk Sea should be pretty interesting as well. The Dara Dune, of course. And then they do a video for Run of the Mill. I think Take 36.
Take 36. Yeah. Interesting.
And I thought it was really, really good. I really liked George's vocals on it, and I like the guitar playing between it. I think it's probably Clapton with George. Yeah. And that's true.
Yeah.
That's true, Jim. But you know what? That's my choice. And my responsibility to make sure that I don't get a repo person knocking on the door wanting the crate back. You know what I mean?
Right. Danny will come to your house and can I have that back,
right.
please? I for one, I love the Phil Spector production on this record. So all this, I want to hear it stripped down. I love the wall of sound on this record. So I mean, if it might be presented and mixed in a different way, great.
Right.
But listen, if it's told, as long as something encompasses that original wall of sound production on the record, I'll be happy. I enjoy it.
Right. Ethan, you got a graduation present. You want to show it?
No.
Okay.
It looked nice though. It was beautiful.
All right.
Come on.
Yeah. Come on, buddy.
Did you graduate yet?
I'm still thrown off from one of the comments earlier.
Oh.
In here?
Yeah.
Who?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
All right.
Whoa.
Kind of like the one that George had.
Exactly.
In the mid-60s with the nice Meister of Brola.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. Hold it up. I love the color on that. I really love the color on that.
Like a dark cherry red.
Cherry.
Yeah.
It's only dark on camera.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
Do you
if you want me to play, that'll be extra.
Do you play?
I do.
That's awesome. I didn't know you played.
I've been playing for a while.
You play too, Hudson?
Yeah, I'm not good, but I do play.
Cool. So fans and musicians, I like it.
Yeah. Record Crate wants to see the headstock.
Well, it's not the higher end Gibson one. It's still Epiphone, but these new Epiphones are actually really nice.
Okay.
Yeah. One thing about artists, doesn't it bug you when it's absurdly overpriced, like this Uber is?
Do we know what's overpriced? Do you know how much the books cost to make? Do we know how much the crate took to make? I don't know. I mean, is it overpriced? Probably, but we don't know how much this everything combined costs to make in general.
We don't even know how many of them are even being made. Do we even know?
Right.
I'm guessing it might be like a made to order Do you think maybe?
No.
Nah.
I'm sure they have probably 1,000 or 2,000 of them made. But yeah, I mean, it probably is overpriced. Probably.
Anyone else order the Beach Boys? Yes.
Why do people go into business? Not to make friends. They go into business to make money.
Fact. And if there's a market for it and they know people will buy it, then they will make it.
There you go.
And Apple products.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the Beach Boys set, Matt Smith. Yes, I did order that as well. Feel Flows, 1969 to 71. Can't wait.
Really? Okay.
Yep, that's
Now,
July.
Brian Wilson
What?
still involved with the Beach Boys at that point in time?
A little bit on the fringes. Not real. Carl was the driving force behind the band by this time.
Oh, really? Not
Brian's
not
still,
asshole. Not asshole.
No.
Okay.
No. This was all Carl. The Carl was driving the band during this period. Brian was still involved, songwriting and minimal production, but really this period was really Carl taking the band over at this point. So.
Oh, interesting. So was he doing a lot of lead vocals as well, or was asshole?
50-50.
Okay.
50-50. But the production was by Carl and stuff. But that was, let's see, it was only about $100 and something. This the box at $145 on Amazon. So that's coming out in July, late July, and then of course August 6th. All Things Must Pass drops, which will be here before you know it. As I saw,
I love that it's early August.
It's not
than late August.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. So like less than 2 months from now, we'll have it.
Right.
There you go. It's down to Amazon. It's down to $105 on Amazon. Wow. So I hope Amazon honors that price.
Right.
Because when I locked in, it was $145 for that.
Right.
So this covers Sunflower and Surf's Up, two of their best albums. Agreed.
I'll agree with that.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Tom, are you an anti-Beach Boys person?
Yeah. Schnee, it's always great to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here. But no, I think we got the better deal.
Yeah. Dennis was coming to his own that period as well. Of course, he wrote Forever on there as well, on Sunflower, which is Dennis's best known song, or one of them anyway.
I adore his Pacific Ocean Blue record. Wonderful stuff.
Yeah. Really, guy was just scratching the surface, really, with his abilities and his songwriting. He really was.
Yeah. Too bad he drowned.
Yeah.
Did Mike Love drown him?
Do we know? I mean, did he see his potential? He probably saw his potential. Was probably a little afraid and jealous. That he was going to take over. That another Wilson was going to take over.
I think I saw that the Beach Boys or the Mike Love Beach Boys are back on tour this summer, I believe. But it's only Mike, not being billed as the Beach Boys. It's being billed as Mike Love, I think. So I'm sure they'll be the carnivals and the festivals they'll be banging the doors down to go see him.
Right.
A Beach Boys podcast.
Well, if you watch the next episode of Anything But the Beatles, we will be talking about a Beach Boys record. Isn't that right, Ethan?
That is right, Ethan.
Now, how did you guys come to the conclusion to pick that album that you guys picked for the Beach Boys?
Because it's weird.
Okay.
And weird is good. Weird is good.
Weird is definitely good.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about Pet Sounds,
which is a fantastic album.
It is.
Yes, it is Joe Mayo, isn't it?
It is Joe Mayo.
I love you.
Yeah, it would make a good EP. No. There's a reason why Rolling Stone still has it like the number 2 album of all time.
Okay.
It is the second best album of the 60s. Not Beatles related.
What say you there, Tom Agnotti? What's your feelings on Pet Sounds? You on board with it or not?
I've listened to it. I've given it many chances. And besides, God Only Knows and Wouldn't It Be Nice, I could do without it.
Well, that's
not
how
Sloop
I feel
John
about
B?
Station, buddy.
Come on, you don't even like Here Today? Here Today is a great song.
Like I said, I've given it many chances. But no, it's not a favorite. And listen, I respect it. If people want to give it that high
Which
praise.
As a Paul McCartney podcast co-host, I cannot believe that you are not on, because our like father figure, that's like his Bible.
Right, I am not a Beach Boy advocate at all. I mean, I respect them. I respect what they've done in the music field for, say, innovation, songwriting from Brian Wilson, production during that whole time. And I do love Good Vibrations. I do think that's a wonderful song and deserves all the praise in the world. It would have been great if that album was on, or if that song was on Pet Sounds. But yeah, it's just not with me.
People either love that record or don't like that record, so it's very interesting too.
Yeah.
But as McCartney, as such a McCartney fan as you are, I'm surprised that you're not, because you don't hear it the way he hears it.
Yeah, well, I'm not a musician and I'm not McCartney, so
no. But I get why he likes it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm no musician either.
Right.
So we'll see. Yeah, but there's box sets are on the horizon. So yeah.
Hey, listen, listen. I mean, to go back to the all things must pass thing. Look, we all have our vices. I know people are out there, complaining, "Oh, I got to buy the album again," and I say bullshit to that. We all have multiple copies of albums in our collection. I mean, how many copies of RAM do you have, Andy?
Oh, over a dozen.
Yeah, so my point, I'm sure everybody who's watching has multiple copies of stuff in their collection, including, you, Ethan, I'm sure you do.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, so, if you have a problem with it, fine. But, what's the point of bitching about it, because the person that's bitching about it probably has 10 copies of Pet Sounds. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Yeah. Anyways. No. Joe says, that comment was bothering you. He was just playing. Okay. If that was the comment. I don't know. James Boy says, I'm not big on Pet Sounds either. I saw Brian tour and I still wasn't convinced. Yeah, it's not. Listen, music is subjective, right? So you either like it or you don't. And if you do, great. And if you don't, that's fine too.
Yeah. True. Great.
So
great. Yeah. So we got what? I mean, we've got that coming. I think what's the next big release then is the All Things Must Pass.
Yeah, well, I know we got Get Back.
Yeah, that we got Reimagine coming out later this month as well. Finally, I'm sorry, in July. In July coming.
I
finally
it came out
in digital form.
Digital.
Yeah.
Andy, are you still not buying a copy?
Nope.
Thank you. I'm not the only one.
Nope. I couldn't care less.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Mark P. I never care. I never understood why people care about what people do with their money.
Yes,
exactly.
If they want to
agree with you 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even be bothered to add Reimagine to my iPhone library to stream it, let alone actually buy a physical copy. Please.
It made my ears bleed worse than Pipes of Peace. So.
Oh, that's not fair. That's harsh. But Tom doesn't like it either, so
It's got its moment.
It has dropped in recent years.
My best friend of McCartney albums.
Yeah. That millions of rap albums sold, that music is subjective, or that people just don't have good taste. Yoing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it, boys and girls, here for Two Legs this afternoon.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us, Hudson, Ethan, and be
sure. If you're new, check this out. Please subscribe.
Yes, check us out. Subscribe. We've got more stuff in the pipeline. Don't be sure to check out Fab Gab tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, where Joe Mayo, Matthew Street, and Tom Onyati will be ranking Abbey Road. They're up to. So that'll be cool to check out tonight. So we will see you all on there. Thank you for tuning in. Adios.
Yeah. Take care.